Stryker, I'd like to thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
I want to do everything I can for you, of course, but I also want you to understand your decision thoroughly first.
Well, I should have done something about the divorce before, but I had too many other things to contend with.
Divorce is a serious matter, Dennis. Maybe you ought to consider legal separation.
Stryker, I'm going to jail in a couple of days. Under those circumstances, a separation wouldn't make much sense. Besides, Paige and I already had a separation when I was in jail.
You don't think there's anything you can do to salvage the marriage?
No, nothing.
What are the grounds for divorce?
What grounds are there?
That depends. Is Paige agreeable to the divorce?
She told me she would be.
Well, if the divorce is not contested, maybe it's better that Paige sue you for divorce.
Well, now, why would I let her do that?
That's considered the gentlemanly thing to do, Dennis.
Huh. What grounds does Paige have?
She could see you on the grounds that you've been convicted as a felon.
Oh, look, that's fine. I'll do the gentlemanly thing. I don't care.
Makes me sad to see marriages end like this. I suppose you know what's best. Yes, Hallie. Oh, send her right in, please.
Hello, Stryker.
Paige.
Hello, Dennis.
I'm sorry to have called you on such short notice. I assume you know why you're here.
Yes, this time I do.
Do you have legal advice?
No, I only heard about the meeting this morning, Stryker.
I suggest you get yourself a lawyer.
Is that really necessary? I told Dennis if he wanted this divorce, I wouldn't stand in his way.
No, I think it's best that you get a lawyer. I feel uncomfortable representing you both.
All right, whatever you say.
Hallie will give you a list of lawyers who handle matrimonial matters.
Thank you.
For appearance's sake, Dennis has agreed to let you sue for divorce on the grounds that he was a convicted felon.
Stryker, I've been giving that some thought.
We have already discussed this.
I know that. But I've changed my mind.
And?
I'm going to take the action myself. I'm going to sue Paige for divorce on grounds of adultery.
There's an article about Dennis Carrington in here.
Now, don't you start up on me again.
Dennis Carrington is going to jail. How sad. Right after Alex Wheeler has died.
What?
I said it's sad that Dennis Carrington is going to jail right after Alex Wheeler died.
When did he die?
He died about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right after you got shot.
What did he die of?
Well, the papers said it was a stroke.
Well, now, what did this guy Wheeler have to do with Dennis Carrington?
Alex Wheeler was Dennis's father.
Look, you killed Chris. What difference does one more make?
That was an accident.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like the one Alex Wheeler's gonna have.
I said no. From now on, you get someone else to do your dirty work for you, okay?
Joe. Joe.
Yeah, if I get that money in 2 days, I'll have the confession.
Yeah, and if you don't, you let an innocent man go to jail for a murder that you committed.
Now, look, Gus is going to come back in here again. When he does, I'm going to follow him to his apartment, and I'm going to get my money.
How do you know he's going to come back here?
He'll be back.
How can you be so sure?
He asked you out on a date, didn't he? He'll be back.
Yeah, and if he's not, the police are going to put Dennis in prison.
Elena, will you stop?
I will not stop until you write that confession, Joe.
Dennis, this is highly irregular.
Hasn't a guy got a right to change his mind?
It's not a matter of changing your mind. You've already authorized me to set a course of action.
Stryker, I'm going to jail for punishment for a crime I supposedly committed, aren't I? That's what the law is for, to punish people.
I suppose so, but...
Well, I think it's only fair that Paige should be punished for everything she's done.
Paige, do you mind if I...
I don't think that's necessary, Stryker. I can understand you're wanting to hurt me, Dennis. I think you have every right after what I've put you through.
Paige, you can drop the self-sacrificing act because you're not going to get any more money.
I don't want anything from you, Dennis.
And I don't believe that for a minute. That is what you married me for, isn't it?
Yes. In the beginning, your having money did influence me. But I loved you, Dennis.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
I didn't bother to bring a lawyer here today because I wanted to give you whatever you asked for. You see, it doesn't make any difference to me now.
But Texas law says you're entitled to half of everything I own.
I know the law. But if I can't have your love, I don't want anything. I realize now that you're never going to love me again. And I'm prepared to give you whatever you ask for.
Good.
But there's one thing I won't give you, Dennis.
I knew there was a catch somewhere.
I can't give you a divorce on the grounds you're asking.
Why not?
Because I haven't committed adultery.
Would you mind repeating what you just said?
I said I can't give you a divorce on the grounds of adultery because I haven't committed adultery.
Well, maybe I should sue for divorce on the grounds of being lied to, then.
I'm sorry, Paige. I was under the assumption that you and Dennis had discussed this. Obviously, that's not true. Under the circumstances, I think it's better that you get a lawyer and discuss any future legal arrangements between the two attorneys.
Is that really necessary, Stryker? I'm not contesting the divorce. I'm not asking for support. My only condition is that I can't give Dennis a divorce on the grounds of adultery.
You know, I'm sorry you're making things so difficult. Maybe we should change the ground to facilitate matters. How does mental cruelty sound?
That's fine, whatever you want.
Oh, don't give me that whatever you want, Dennis stuff. I know you better than that, Paige. Now, look, I don't know what it is you're after, but whatever it is, I'm not going along with it.
That's enough. Now, I've heard enough. Now, I'm not going to tolerate any more of this. Any more talk has to be done between the attorneys.
Well, that's fine with me.
Paige, I'm sorry. I know that it's not unusual for parties to scream at each other in matters like this. Somehow I hope this wasn't going to happen here.
I understand, Stryker.
I'll have Hallie give you the phone number of Don Williams. He's a good man and excellent in matters like this.
Thank you.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to Dennis alone.
If it's all right with you, Stryker, I'd like